Here I am, yet again, doing some Clojure programming on stream. Hopefully today is a productive day. Gotta keep my stream a little shorter here. I've got stuff to prep for later on. So I'm gonna see if I can keep myself relatively focused, but let me finish off a little thing I had to change in this project here before I forget about it. So let me go here and build right out of the gate a new Uber jar. I hope that people are doing well today. I've been trying to work hard. Been getting frustrated with ridiculous, silly little things, and want to see if I can refocus on 3D stuff today, because that's always fun for me to do. If I can get things working, that's the big if, but I think I'll be on the right track. Let me just check. There we go, we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Oof. Now I want to go here and do this fast build. I want to see if some of the formatting things have changed. Okay. This looks a little bit ugly here, but that is what I wanted. Line wrapping is set, is on. That's what I was checking. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I think it doesn't work well on other devices though. Let's see. iPad's fine. Yeah, see, this is... Still the stuff I don't understand. What am I even saying? These things here, I don't understand what I'm missing to cause it, I want it to, what am I saying? I don't want these huge margins here in main. How does this work? I want like an apparent screen size or something like that. Let's see. You know what? Never mind. This is a problem for another day. Let me do this. Track Track.org. Let's actually pop tasks up there. Okay. Okay, Radish. To do fix CSS to work nicely on mobile. There. Oops. Okay. Right. Today's focus are these two things, so let's close this. Kill that, that's fine. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Dev track. Hey Thrashton, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Alright. Forge, SVG. Those are the things I care about at the moment, so let me do this. Doing good. Nice to hear. Glad to hear that. Finished a concurrent hash map in C++ and it works? Great job. That's fantastic. Even works well on benchmarks. Nice. That is something to be proud of, I am sure. All right, let's open up SVG CLJ. And also Forge. All right, what I'd like to do with Forge is have some kind of what would I like to do with Forge? That's the question. Next stream, I really want to make a Lisp stream, but I cannot pick a topic yet. What do you mean? Do you mean do you stream programming as well? I guess did you do that C++ concurrent hash map like during a were you developing that on a stream of your own? And you mean you want to do some Lisp development as well? I gotcha. I think I gotcha. You only stream programming. Right. Am I not a follower yet? I guess not. You called me out. I'm just looking now. Allowing myself to be a little bit distracted here for a minute. Oh, never mind. Asking me to log in on that. Ugh. Twitch.tv. There we go. Some time ago, I had a lot of streams where I introduced people to Common Lisp. Not anymore. I ran out of people. As in, you ran out of people who care about Common Lisp, or you've introduced everyone to Common Lisp now? Nice stuff. Introduced almost everyone I knew. I gotcha. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right. Is it focus time? I think it's focus time. Let's see if I can get something useful done today. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's peek around at the, let's poke around with the depths here. What is Hawk for again? Hawk is a file watcher. I want to get rid of that. Let's just get rid of that. Compiler things, importers. Model. brep, frep, that's fine. Delane. Oh, let's do this thing where I do mx, search forward. Okay, so I'm not using Hawk, that's good. Okay. I think that's how to do that. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for now. There we go. Of all the streamers I know, you're one of the few that I haven't sold Common Lisp to. Guess because you're into Clojure and you feel like you already got your Lisp. And there are a couple of people that are only into static typing langs. It's not that you haven't sold me on Common Lisp, it's that I'm doing other stuff right now, you know? I don't want to hop around to different languages all the time. It's one of those maybe I'll try it later kind of things. But yeah, also only into static typing languages. That's a pretty common like draw the line sort of thing. Like a lot of people have quite strong opinions about that. I want to just be clear, it's not that I don't like Common Lisp. I mean, I've poked around with it a little bit, and I'm sure now that I know Clojure better, going to Common Lisp wouldn't actually be that, it wouldn't be as challenging as it was when I was first trying to figure it out, but focusing on Clojure for the time being, you know? And yeah, that's why people might like Colton. Yeah, for the static type stuff. Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense to me. All right, this and this are for other things. All right, let's see. Oh, wait, right. I was going to look up Clojure namespace require. I forget the is it exclude? I'm trying to remember what it was called. So there's refer, which is pull in those names directly, but there's also, I think it's exclude, but it could be accept. I can't remember. Clojuredocs.org. Let's do that. Yeah, exclude. Okay, good. Okay, that's a step in the right direction, I think. So I'm kind of wondering if I should I don't remember what this was for, but okay. This I want to get rid of, but not today, probably. Oh, let's get rid of these core matrix things here. Let's also get rid of core logic for the time being, because I'm not using it at the moment. I don't need Clojure script in here either. This is local right now. I guess I should keep it that way. Or I guess I will keep it that way. So I discovered something about Clojure Data XML. That was a little frustrating to me, but I guess it's just the way it is. If I look at the source, main, Clojure data. Okay, so here we've got XML CLJ and CLJS. If I go into CLJ and have a quick look at parse and parse string, the two, well, I use parse string for the particular case I was using it for. These are all of the available options. Namespace aware false is one that I wanted to have set, but I was using it in a Clojure script context, and they have parse string, but there is no namespace aware function, so it's guaranteed to have namespaces in all the keywords. So I have to come up with a different way to dispose of those namespace keys and all that sort of thing. So that's a little bit of a, that was a little bit frustrating to realize that there's those differences. I guess it's not frustrating that it behaves that way, it's that it's inconsistent between the platforms. I assumed, obviously incorrectly, that it would be consistent across the platforms. And it's one reason why I do get frustrated with Clojure script, just because of those kinds of things that they're not obvious up front, and that does occasionally bother me, but anyway, that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. I'm gonna clean those out right now. Just gonna make the decision that those things are not part of it. Let's have a look here. Uh-oh. What's going on? Ah! No. I was impatient. Oops. Okay. Let's get rid of those. Let's see how this library starts to look. We got a depths, SCAD file, README, SVG stuff. Oh yeah. Git status. Okay, things are... Sorry, I just had to check that my stream was actually still going. Looks like it is, that's good. Okay. Well, I mean, it's probably not the smoothest approach here, but it's a start. Okay. Let's see how well this works. Cider jack in. It should work okay. Alright, good. Let's load in Scratch and see what happens now. Turns out I do need core matrix, huh? Wow, didn't realize that. Oops. Huh. Oops. Claypool, let's get rid of that. What did I have that for? Let's see. Oh, that's right. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I don't think I want any of these anymore. Yeah, let's just get rid of all that. Forgot to change that. Let's do that. Restart that. So I kind of have this idea that what I actually want to do is keep the tooling as simple as possible in both the Forge and SVG libraries, and build a few helper scripts to do a little bit of dev side rendering, you know, for a bit of live feedback. Kind of have the idea of like this reveal thing running or something like that to pass stuff into, where that handles the rendering of things a little more in depth. So I don't know. I feel like, oh, excuse me. I don't want to overcomplicate the machinery inside the Forge library. I want to have it just be a data model and data manipulations as much as possible, as much as that makes sense. That's an interesting problem. What did I do wrong this time? Alright, let's have a look here. Load file, source, forge, import image.clj. What did I do? Line 175. Okay, let's have a look at that then. Source. Okay. Oh. Okay. Here. Okay, there we go. That didn't fail on me anyway. Let's head into Scratch here and do that. Okay, so we're very close to things working, which is a good thing. It's a thing I'm happy about anyway. So the thing that isn't working, right, is just excuse me. Okay. So the thing that isn't working is improperly handling polygons with those nested structures like that. So open sketch.svg, for example. That should open in Inkscape. Just got to give my computer time. It's slow, apparently. There's something. Right, so this here, it's just getting it wrong. If I do K like that, move that there and save this, I think, first off, let me move it here. Okay. If I now try this, I think it'll work. Ah, it's still getting something wrong It's still getting this wrong here. Interesting. Oh, I think I know why. I think it's got to do with the curved sections of those. And I undo that. Let's see. So if I now import this, yes, that is the problem. Okay. So my guess is that, well, let's not make any guesses. Let's do something like this, shall we? Okay. Let me pen something. Okay, save that. That should work easily. Ah, see, there's something wrong there too. Why would that be? Okay. So there are a few things clearly going wrong here I have to fix. Okay, so okay. So it's a path. So that might be part of the clue here. Let's get rid of this. It's not going to be helping me right now. So the logic here is you take a path. It could have any number of subpaths in it. So you want to split those. Why is that not? So you split those. If it has like a nested path inside, you split it so you've got two independent path element in a list now. If there's only one, it just is a list of one item. Then you sort those by the area, so smallest first, I believe. If I do sort 1, 2, 4, -1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's smallest to largest. So sort by bounding box area gets the smallest area of the shape. Which is not even guaranteed to be exactly right, so it's a little bit of a risk, but I'm going to call that fine for now. Then you map path to points of all of those. So if I do path to points of like a Bezier curve, for example, Okay, so path to points. Okay, so this converts the path into its command elements, which is fine. But here, I end up dropping, why are there 2 polygons in there? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Okay, so there's for sure something going wrong when it, let's see. Here, XF element is this D curve of the element. If the element's closed, I mean, let's try to not transform it with the D curve for now, and see if that fixes that. So I'm pretty sure D curve is where things break down, so I probably have to go fix that. Let's load that. Oh, I have to well, now nothing shows up. Great. Why would nothing show up? Because it should. That should work. Unless it's not a valid, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a problem. That's a point that only has one value. Why would that be? Frustrating. Okay. If I do image slash SVG SVG CLJ dot tools slash utils, I mean, of slurp sketch.svg. A is this slight mess of elements, although it's not too bad. So we got the SVG, and then you've got defs, the name stuff and meta stuff from Inkscape, which I don't need. All I really need, or all I really want, is actually this here. So I'm gonna def A as this instead. Oops. Oh, not this again. Yeah. Okay. Now, if I do image slash SVG to model of A, so there's this erroneous point here, and I want to figure out where that came from. So let's look at A for a minute. 60.96 is going to be somewhere in this string. Maybe. It's not. Okay, well, let's do image path to points of A. So this is where, so something's going a little bit weird here, and I want to figure out why that is the case. Oh, here. This is a horizontal. There's it's sneaky little H in there. That's not what I need at all. I thought that. Oh, let's see. I thought that I had that handled. Let me do. Actually, I'm curious if we do, so this here, SVG to model, there's that wrong point in there, but I wonder if I do, let's SVG CLJ dot transforms translate. We're going to translate A 0 0. It's still, Okay, so that didn't work the way I thought. Let's try rotate it. Yeah, so, okay, I really thought that was handled somewhere in that process. Let's think about this for just a minute. Okay, so here's what's going on. There's horizontal and vertical commands that are valid SVG, but I can't use them inside path transforms. I need something else for that. So what I was quite sure was that I had that handled already. I do not. if I look here, there's a path. One, let's check out split paths. Where is it? There's path here. The VH to L is what I need. Where's the right spot to do that? I suppose since what I'm doing is well, let's have a look here. Let's start with this. Let's thread the element through a few transforms here. So we've got in this namespace, I want to make sure I've got SVG as path, which is good. So I need to go SVG to model of path here, and I want to just do path slash I have to do this. Okay. Here, path string to commands. That's what I'm looking for. So path slash no. I need to do this. D from props. So we pull D from props, so then it's path slash path string to commands. Then it's a sequence of commands that gets turned into, that has VH going to L. Then from there, build path strings is using commands to path string. Like this. Okay, so that's a transformed path. Then what I want to do is xflm is path with props assoc into props d xf path, like that. This should be path dash string, like that. So assoc into those, that's your new path properties. And that's the whole transformed element. Now this should be xflm, and this should also be xflm. If I save that, let's see if we can get this to work. Let's load. Okay, so now seriously? Oh. I did this in exactly the wrong spot. Great. Okay, let's start with this. Path element, get in, all that. Let's paste the rest of this. Right, so now get rid of that because that's covered. Okay. Let's try this again. This should be like this. Seriously, what's going on? Okay. All right, let's okay. Let's get def A in here. Let's figure this out. Okay, so I need this function path to points to work. And it doesn't, which is fine. I can figure this out. Let's temporarily leave this as commands like this. Huh, that doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? It should. All right. That's a bit of a bummer. Why? Wait a second. I wonder, what have I done? It looks to me like I have made a mistake. Here, yeah, this just doesn't work. It'll never match. The command is gonna be H or V, like that. Okay, so VH cond, if VH is H, then you do that. If it's V, yikes, that's a big deal. Let's go right here. track.org. Okay. To do add VH to L test to. Okay. All right, so now here, what I actually need to do, make sure that's saved. It is. I have to MX restart this session. This, let's save it like that. And then here, if I do path here, there should be a VH to L somewhere in here, right? What I actually should do is have this well, I don't know. I want well, let's see here. If I have path Commands to path string. There really should be something to this effect here. Which now, this should not be necessary here. So if I save that, not that. Oops. Okay, now let's see. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully this loads without errors. No errors, that's good. Let's get up to def A, and now let's try image path points to A. Still. Okay, let me oops. Let's not just restart it, let's just reload it entirely. Jack in. Okay, I'll be right back. Gonna go to the washroom. I have to figure this out. Okay. What's going on? All right. Let's get things Let's get things working. It's def A in here. Okay. So what I want to do is debug this path to points function right here. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad, but let's have a look at commands first, like this. So let's now do path to points of A. Here, this is the problem. H. I thought I solved the bug, but apparently I did not. I'd like to see if this actually works. So let me define it in here in the REPL. May as well copy it in there. No reason not to, honestly. Oh shoot, that's gonna break. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. It's annoying. There we go. Paste that in there. All right, so we've got any VH. Let's do any VH from the list of commands that's generated from my modified path to points function of the, yeah, so there is. Okay, so that predicate works. Right, so let me now run path slash VH to L over path to points of A and see if that fixes it. Oh, and then I can just do any VH on that result, nil. Okay, so the function works. Here, path string to commands. I thought that I had oh, of course, I'm okay. I put this in the wrong. This is not right, or arguably not necessary, because it's at the end of the pipeline, not the start. So that's just a mistake on my part. So what I would actually want theoretically is this to behave more like this. So you get convert V to H first. Because I need to get this function, VH to L, working when I convert path string to commands. I want path to command strings, and then you map command over that, and you concatenate onto that a start. See, I wonder if this is a bad idea. Anyway, the only thing I need to do is VH to L to fix that particular thing. So let me try that now. Let me do MX Sysman restart. And let's see if that solves my issues. Oh, but first of all, I now need to go here. Path to points. All right, let's see if we can get this working. It's def A. Now let's do image path to points of A. Yes, there we go. All right, so now let's have a peek at this. Import, and let's show that. It looks correct. All right, I think I'm finally on the right track here. Oof, taking my time here. This is difficult stuff sometimes. All right, but let me save that, and actually let's go over here. Git status. Okay. I hope that's okay. Okay. All right, so this won't work, I don't think. Let's see what it looks like though. Right? Why not? Okay, so well, we've now got problems with the Bezier curve not even loading. Oh, that's probably because I don't. Okay. Now let's bring back transform element like this. Source forge import image.clj. All right, back to square one, kind of. Oh, oop. it's probably time for a little more coffee, I think. Alright, well, at least I'm happy with a few things. This seems to be working. These are working. So let's focus on this. I don't think I saved it. Okay. All right. Now, let's have a look at D. All right. Let's have a look at the D curve logic of this whole thing. Right? So what I want to do now is def A as image slash svg, no, sorry. svg clj.utils slash svg string to elements of the string slurp sketch.svg. Okay, so now we've got that string, that's good. Now, with that, I'd like to do svg, no, sorry, image, yeah. Wait, what happened now? I messed something up. That's okay. Okay, so the group thing works, and it does detect that you need to do a difference of things, but what I want to do first here is actually just get oh, wait a second. Did I oh, that's part of the problem. That's what I actually wanted. Now let me see for a second. Am I still in Scratch? Yes, I am. Let's reload this. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay. Let's have a look at what's inside here. Path is just this one thing, which is good. That's what I want. Copy that. Def B as this path element. Perfect. So now let's do image slash path to points of B. Okay, so there's some weirdness going on. Well, first of all, why is there C in here? It's not at all what I thought I had in there. Oh, never mind. This is part of, yes, of course. Right, so if I do, instead of this now, if I do image slash SVG to model of B, CAD cider show, yeah. Okay, so we're on the right track. I'm giving it a path. Oh, wait a second. First, I actually need to do split path. That should give me 2 independent paths. That looks pretty good so far. Okay. So, I am... Oh my goodness. I'm getting in the weeds on this one. I hope everyone's doing okay. If anyone wants to chat or has questions or whatever, feel free. If you're just tuned in and watching for the fun of it, that's totally cool. That's totally cool too. And actually, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get myself a coffee. I need a coffee, so I'll be right back. All right. Nothing in my life is working perfectly. That's just the way it is. So it goes. Okay. Let's try to understand this D-curve thing that I've got going on here. So you take a path, you do path to elements of that path, then you map element back to path, and then you apply a merge. Okay, so let's def C as second of what I just calculated. So this is some path. So let's do svg clj dot transform slash path to elements of C. Should be a bunch of things. Well, okay, so let's count that. 5 things. So that would correspond to 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are there 5 things? That's actually something I don't quite understand. Okay, now I want to do image slash svg to model of D. Then I want to try do scad cider show of that. Okay, so we've got most of the right stuff. It's upside down. So what I don't know is why when I did this, path to elements of that path, right? C. This is weird, right? Like everything else about this pretty much works, but that is just wrong. Okay, so there's something going a little bit weird with this path to elements part of this situation, I think. So let's have a look at that first. might that be? I forget where I did that. Search forward path to element. Okay, here we go. It looks like, oh, it's not. Okay. Let's try to break down the logic of what I've done here. Because I feel as if this is where things are wrong. Okay, so I destructure I just get the path string. Here I shouldn't need to do this anymore, actually. Let me just do this. No, I don't need to do it because path string to commands does take care of it. So let's leave it at that. Okay, so the break function takes a list of commands in, which really should be made clearer by doing this. So let's let p function, partition function, right? So you either partition it after every command, which I'm not sure is a smart thing to do, or you partition by the commands themselves, which makes more sense here. Then you partition all 2 by 1, and then you combine them all. Combine Z. There was some logic to that, but let's ignore that for now. Let's assume that works. Let's assume that works. Then here, map commands back to elements. Okay. Here, commands to elements is it's a private function, and I did not. Okay, so this probably should be cleaned up. And the last one is a polygon. It should be... okay, I'm starting to understand what's going on here. So the last element in the list of this stuff is a polygon because the commands ended with a Z, because when I split the paths, it had a Z, like I combined the Z. What am I saying? What I'll need to do is Okay, so let's take a look at path to element. Here, okay. All right, let's have a look at this. Oops. Oh, right. Oh, of course. I don't, in this here, what I don't want this or this. There we go. Okay, so path to elements, there we go. So I have A is the path, B, no, B is the path I care about right now. C maybe. Yes. Okay, so let's try path to elements of C and see what this is all about. Why did it duplicate that? Weird. Hmm. Partition all 2 to 1 is probably what doubles that. So if I just do this, partition, yes. But that's still, Is there a way to check if a path is a closed path? Do I have that? Path. Let's have a look at this SVG. Let's search here for closed. I don't have a predicate in here for if it's a closed path. Where is that? Did I have that in the Forge library, maybe? Okay, let me also make notes here because I'm gonna forget this. I have to stop streaming soon, and then I have to prep some stuff, and then I'm gonna totally forget all of this debugging that I've been trying to do. Right, but here, to do fix path to elements. This function almost works, but breaks when the entire path is closed. It turns every sub-element into a polyline. Then turns the last element into a polygon on its own. This leads to incorrect grouping of all components. Does that make sense? You also have to handle a situation where a path is actually multiple disparate elements. Each subpath might be its own closed loop of various elements. Have to figure out how to properly group such. Right, so what do I even mean by all of that? I don't know. Okay, so I think what I actually... Well, first of all, let me... Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of dialing in on what needs to happen here. Basically, I need to split any given path into all of its own subcommands and then figure out heuristics for grouping those subcommand lists into their own individual elements, and then one level up from that, figure out if the whole collection of sub-elements was a closed loop on its own. So I have to partition by well, just wait. Let me see. I feel quite close. I feel like I'm close to a slightly better solution to things. I mean, first of all, I'm actually here. What I actually want to do is something like this. Let's go. Parametrics, not what I need. Path manipulations is what I need. Excuse me. Okay. Holy crap. Let's just get rid of this map combine Z situation altogether. Okay. And then actually, yes, no. Let's see if that does anything for us. That's fine. Nope, still not. let's, I want to simplify this down one more step, actually. Let's just delete that, save that. Oops, save that, I mean. Okay. No difference, of course. Let's remove any that fit Z or M. I don't think that'll make a difference, but let's find out. What? There we go. Oh. Oh, this should be like this. No? Oops. I think I had things in the wrong order. There we go. I have to switch these around. Like that. Okay, so path to elements does remove those. Okay, let's give that a shot. No, let's do this. First. Alright, let's reset this session one more time. Let's see what happens. Yeah, still nothing, eh? svg utils slash svg string to elements of slurp sketch.svg. Let's give that a go. Okay, so now let's do image svg to model of AA of drop 2A cider show that still the same issue naturally. Well, let's see what happens anyway. AA, I want this element here. B, we'll call it that. And now what I want to do is svgclj.transform/path to elements of B. Okay, so that does give me a little bit of hope here. Let's do, what I want to do is now create a group. And now with that, I want to do image slash svg to model, and now I want to try scad cider show of that. Okay, stepping in the right direction for sure. Why is there a missing chunk? Oh, okay, this is getting interesting. It's closer and closer to working. Basically, well, let's hop this back a ways. Okay, count that 5 elements. Okay, so it's the right number of elements. The thing is, it's all polylines that I actually want to merge into one polyline and then close that path. So to get this to work the way, to get this to render the way I want, I have to do well, actually, let's see here. Map svg clj dot transforms element map that over the previous result, then you get all of those. Now I want to svg merge paths. G's for greeting. Hey, C Films, how you doing? Okay, so there's that. Now all I need to do is... Actually, I'm gonna be lazy for a second. Do this. I'm gonna manually close this like that. Okay, so now I should be able to do image SVG to model of ASDF. Ooh, that doesn't quite look right, but maybe it is. I don't think it is though. Oh, I think, no, what I have to do is, now here, I think I have to do apply merge paths. Oh, I can't map it. I have to do, yeah, I have to do this. Okay, and now let's def ASDF as that whole thing. Okay, so now if I do image slash SVG to model of ASDF and then SCAD cider show. So this should be an open path. Ooh, it's also wrong. That's a bummer. What's harder to do, 2D or 3D? I mean, they're, in many ways, they're mathematically almost the same. When it comes to doing some rendering stuff and UI related stuff, 2D is a little bit easier because you don't have to worry as much about cameras and such. But they're both reasonably challenging. I like 3D more because I'm a mechanical engineer and I like 3D modeling. But 2D is extremely valuable for all kinds of important... They're both really valuable. I prefer 3D though, just because it's a little more fun to think about it, that's all. In my opinion, obviously. SVG CLJ dot transform slash merge paths. Oops. slider show, image path, no, image SVG to model of the previous result. Yeah, okay, so something's going a little weird here when I do a merge paths. Boy, oh boy. Handling SVG paths is complicated. That's what I'm learning. I already knew that. There's always more things to think about. That's all. Right, so this here, right, is derived almost entirely correctly from this, except that I need to handle closing the path. And I thought that I would have had that sorted, but that's not quite working because, no, not in path, transforms. I gotta see what the merge path function actually is doing. I don't remember. Gotta go soon. Where did it go? Okay, merge paths. Be right back. Okay. Do I have a problem? I mean, I'm trying to debug some I'm working on an importer that imports paths from SVG sketches to be used in 3D models, and it doesn't totally work yet. That's the problem. What I've got going on is getting closer to working, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around the approach that I was trying to use before. Yeah, so it's just not working exactly the way I need it to. That's really all. So actually, oh, I wonder, I should check something here. Okay, so path to elements. Now what I want to do is immediately elements to path. Wait, why do I have that? Instead of just mapping. Oh, that's why. Apply merge paths, map element to path over elements. Oh, I see. That is not what I want. I want to do this. I want to do map that. Oops. Oh, shoot, I did it wrong. Nope, I have to do this. Okay, count that. That should be 5 elements, good. All right, so every one of those is a path element. Now, if I just put that into a group, and then I do this, nope. Ah, of course this happens. Ay, ay, ay. All right, what I actually want to do is path to elements of B. There. Now I want to map element to path, previous entry. Now I want to put into a group that. Now, okay, so the only thing I was trying to do there is prove to myself that the path element transformation part of this is still working, which it is. That's what I wanted to see. So now I should save this. Like that. So ASDF is a sequent count ASDF 3. Uh-oh. What have I done? Oh no, that's right. That's right. Okay. So, actually, let's def ASDF, drop 2 ASDF, count that. That should be a list of count ASDF should be 5. Okay, there we go. Oy. So, let's map first over ASDF. It should be 5 path elements. That's exactly what I want. Right. So now I'd like to figure out why merge path isn't working the way I expect. So, let's figure that one out, shall we? And then I've got to go soon. So I think about 20 minutes of work and then I should get going. That seems probably like a good idea. Okay. Okay. There's not really any reason why this shouldn't work, right? Do they all need an M command in front, I wonder? Is that why? Because none of them do. Does that mean they're all invalid? Let's think about that for a second. I mean, it's gonna be wrong, but let's start it with... No, wait a second. Let me think about this now. Oops. Broke that. I should do this. There we go. Okay, so each of them alone. Let's do nth ASDF2. It's a path with an M command at the start and no Z command. That's true. There as well. There as well. 3, 4. Yeah. 0. Yeah. Oof. Okay. svgclj.transforms merge paths. I have to apply that to it, otherwise it will complain. Right, it breaks. Yes, 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 I know. But why is my question. Merge paths. svgclj.tools/cider-show. Interesting. All of the right pieces are there. It's in the wrong order? Oops, oop, oop, ooh, ah, wee, ooh, ah. Let's try something manual here. Let's do WASD this whole path, but I tack a Z on there. That looks the same, but here what I want to do is image was like this. Okay. There's just stuff going wrong. That's helpful. Okay, this is a problem for another day because I don't quite know what's happening. That's the truth. So I mean, at least splitting the path gives me the right parts again. Kind of. Alright, this is going to be a problem for another day. I'm going to have to get going. I've got stuff to work on. I've got to let my brain not worry about this for right now. I've taken a few notes about what to do next. Some things are clear that I have to change. Some things are not clear, but need to be worked on anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for letting me focus today. It was a stream of a lot of looking and not as much talking, but I hope that's okay. I managed to get some good stuff done, so I'll be back on Thursday and back on Friday, and that'll be that. Have a good one, everyone. I will see you later.